Welcome back to In Depth with Academia. I'm your host, Richard Price, and today we are diving into the intricate world of passive design and sustainable architecture with a discussion of a fascinating paper titled Sustainable Habitat for Emerging Economies. This work is authored by Tungnung and Prof. Dr. Krishan, among others, and is sure to shed light on how thermal comfort can be achieved sustainably, especially in rapidly developing regions. As always, my intention here is to explore these insights with you, without necessarily endorsing them, but I think you'll find the perspective quite enriching. So, let's set the stage. Imagine, just for a moment, a bustling city in India, where the temperature swings drastically throughout the year. Now, what if there was a way to manage these extreme climate variations through architectural design, by using the resources and lifestyle habits we already have? That's what this paper is asking us to consider. The core question here is, how can we afford thermal comfort in an environmentally sustainable manner in emerging economies? And, this is a particularly significant problem because of the massive energy consumption attributable to maintaining comfortable living environments. This is especially relevant as urban populations are booming and shaping their own energy footprints. Before we delve deeper, let's take a step back. Ever wonder how traditional architecture can be a treasure trove of inspirations? A digression there, but I think there's so much value in looking at how old buildings used local materials and passive techniques to remain cool or warm, relevant even now with modern technology. Alright, back on track. Tungnung and Krishan explored this by examining passive design techniques integrated with lifestyle adaptations that can lead to efficient use of energy. The paper uses a case study called the Bidani Eco House, located in Ahmedabad, India, designed by Dr. Krishan. What's notable, this house employs vernacular-inspired techniques focusing on orientation, geometry, and specific material choices like local stones to reduce the need for active heating and cooling systems. What's interesting is that the study reports a low Energy Performance Index, or EPI, proving that, yes, you really can live comfortably with a lot less energy. This paper points out that it's all about integrating thoughtful design and how we live day to day. Now let's talk about methodology. It's kind of technical but also fascinating. The research conducted field surveys with users, monitored indoor temperatures using data loggers, and ran a series of simulations to see how different ventilation methods worked. Through this, they demonstrated how indoor environments can remain comfortable with something they call flex venting. Essentially, it's about adjusting ventilation practices across seasons to optimize comfort, without relying much on artificial systems. When you think about it, the implications for listeners are pretty profound. Are we considering the impact our day-to-day environment has on energy consumption? And are we maybe not using some simple techniques that could really enhance efficiency? This research lends itself to considering such questions on a broader scale. It suggests a need for change in mindset towards embracing sustainable habits in our homes and cities. Again, I'm just presenting this thought, not saying you have to redesign your house tomorrow. Let's move to key findings. What did they find? Well, the paramount takeaway was the house's EPI stood at a notably low 126 MW/m2 a year. How does this compare? It's significantly lower than the local building code's benchmark, indicating how traditional passive strategies, combined with modern understanding, can effectively moderate extreme temperature shifts. Imagine that, a house that keeps you comfortable naturally. There's another interesting aspect here. Robust stone walls and cleverly designed courtyards enhance natural ventilation that aligns with the seasons, reducing reliance on energy-consuming appliances. Alright, as we're winding down, it's noteworthy how emerging economies like in India can be hubs for promoting sustainable architecture. Especially since socio-economic factors might limit the usage of active systems, it's these passive strategies that can bridge the gap between comfort and sustainability. An inspiring thought, wouldn't you agree? In conclusion, what does all of this mean for us? Worth thinking about, right? These insights show us possibilities that lie at the intersection of design and sustainability. And for every city booming with growth, such sustainable concepts can lead to transformative impacts on energy consumption and environmental health. In Depth with Academia always aims to tease out what current research can suggest, not dictate, so that we all can reflect and grow in understanding. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Richard Price, and I look forward to our next session where another academic revelation awaits. Until next time, consider what passive strategies could infuse your day-to-day life with sustainability. Have a great day.